editor of the world-famous Aqua Duelist channel speaking. Is this call going to be worth my time? Right. No, this isn't me using Elon Musk's voice. Why would you even think that? I'm not so lazy that I would just use an AI to mimic somebody else as an excuse to not record me talking. What? My brother in harpoons. Calm down. What are you even talking about? Why are you screaming token so loudly? Did another car hit you? I keep telling you, we cannot afford you fist-fighting another 18-wheeler. You've totaled 3 of them, and I cannot afford to replace another one while paying your bills for your addiction to manga and solid gold racks of ribs.
Until you can tear and burn the religious and academic texts, and to escape the vague attempt of energy you would call knowledge. It'll be impossible for your educated, stupid brain to know that the token's different C-tide harmonic 24-hour days rotate simultaneously within the token's quadrant rotation of a squared equator and cubed Earth. The solar system, the universe, the Earth, and all humans are composed of a mesh of nerves and meat pretending it is sentient and equal to nothing.
Dude, please calm down. How many cars did you total?
Added as a one or elder entity Norden. All creation occurs between opposites. Academic onism.
Dude, I am watching you on the news now. What happened while I was on vacation? How in the hell did you set fire to a swimming pool? You managed to destroy 2 banks, 13 brick factories. You busted a Dave & Buster's, a Firehouse Subs, and you somehow managed to break into the Pentagon and tell them all that you fucked their moms. Why is ABBA's greatest hits playing over the intercom of every single government building? How did you manage to steal 16 kilograms of nuclear material?
Opposites. Academic onism destroys your stupid and small brain. If you would acknowledge simple existing math proof that the token-based days rotate simultaneously around a vanilla equator and cubed Earth, proving the tokens move the days, not one day, one self, one Earth, or one God that exists only as anti-side. This page, you see, cannot exist without its anti-side existence, as humans cannot equal one. Token equals 1. Add everything is 1 equals sign nothing. Token equals everything. Token is love. Token is life. If there is a merciful God, then he has blessed me with enlightenment, which the Buddha would envy. I am above man. Yeah, I am on the brink of token. I am...
Hey there, fisherman. Aqua Duelist here, and I finally got my channel back from Trump after harpooning that motherfucker. So, it's been a hot minute since I did a deck profile, guys. So today I'm giving you guys an update to the awesome Phantasm Spiral deck that I freaking love this deck. So, secretly, this deck got a lot of really cool things from Cyberstorm Access, even though I don't utilize all the new cards that work really well with this deck. Still, I feel like it's just a secret winner from this set. So, we're going to go ahead and jump into this deck profile, guys. I hope you all really enjoy it. So, for the monster lineup, we're playing 1 Megalomasher, 1 7-colored fish, 1 Gaga Gigo, and then 1 Skull Mariner. So the reason why we play this lineup is because we do play There Can Only Be One. Because right now, There Can Only Be One is honestly kind of good. I feel like the best Floodgate is Summon Limit, but we'll talk about the Floodgates when we get to it. So in order to play around TCBU, I particularly play these 4 main deck monsters because they're all water. They all just have different types that don't clash with the extra deck as well. If I have There Can Only Be One up. So yeah. So that's it for the monsters. You can play Dimensional Bear. Dimensional Bear is really good, but as of right now, I'm side decking it. So next up, 3 copies of Pacifist. It's the heart and soul of the deck. You want to see this card basically, instantly turn 1. You get a token if your opponent does anything, and then on top of that, you do get a search once per turn on, summon of a normal monster or a token. 1 copy of the Terraforming to search it. Gotta love just this beautiful ulti. Wish it was more noticeable as an ulti, honestly, but, it is what it is. Next up, we play 3 copies of Fish Sonar, which is honestly like one of the best cards that this deck really just kind of got. So basically lets you search for a vanilla, and then if you have Pacifist out, you can also special summon one. So, this just basically really gets you going as far as advantage goes. You can hold on to that other vanilla in your hand to summon the next turn to basically get another. Was it the trap that we're playing? Was it Battle Power? I think it is. Yeah, I'm sorry, Spiral Power. That's what it is. So, or you can just summon it and make a rank 4. You can do that. If you go for the rank 4 play, obviously you can't search for the trap, but yeah. Next up, to boost consistency, 3 copies of Paw Prosperity. Just really good. Honestly, I think it's better than Extrav now, especially since we got the new card, Time Steering Morganite. This card's really freaking good. So I did originally test out Trap Track in this card's place. Thought it was better. Didn't really like Trap Track as much. This card's just way better because each turn you essentially get to draw 2. So that's just really good. And this with Prosperity, it's just a lot better than Extrav. So that's it for the spells, guys. So going on to the trap cards, because that's the heart and soul here, is the trap cards. 3 copies of Phantasm Spiral Battle. I don't play the other one. It's really not that good. The other one's like a reversed honest in a sense, and Monster Fight Negate, it's but this just basically is it's a pop, works on back row or monsters, so really freaking good. For Floodgates, I play 3 copies of Summon Limit, which is honestly just the best Floodgate right now. 2 copies of There Can Only Be One. 2 copies of Gozen. And then 2 copies of Skill Drain. Some of y'all are probably be wondering, like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? What type of copium ratio bullshit is this? So, basically, my whole thought process was Summon Limit's really just the best one right now, and you play it if you play a card of 3, you gotta be okay with seeing 2 in the hand. And then Skill Drain, it's good, but there's still some decks that kind of play around it. Same with Gozen, same with TC Boo. So I decided to opt just to play like 2 of these, 3 right here. I do side deck a 3rd copy of each, just because it's just like it's kind of random in my local matchups where like they're good or bad. So, but Summon Limit's the only one I get where it's like, oh yeah, this is good literally like every match. So that's why I have like the weird Floodgate ratios. I know somebody's gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? Next up, for the non-Floodgate traps, I play 3D Barrier. Really good. Insta win for a turn, basically. I play the Solemn Brigade, 3 strikes. And obviously with that, the 3 judgments. Strike's good. Solemn is basically your protection against, like, evenly matched, because everybody, their mom, their sister, their dad, everybody's fucking playing evenly matched, and that card fucking sucks. If you get evenly matched, you might as well just say fuck it. Like, literally, you can't really do anything unless you have judgment. Saved my ass a few times, because, everybody's fucking playing evenly. This is honestly not a good format to really be playing this deck. I'm just gonna say it. As much as I love this deck, and this is just my favorite trap-based deck, it's not really good right now, but I'm still out here, still trying. and not really having the best time with it, but still love the deck. For the last two traps, gotta play their, Sea Stealth Attack 1, because it's just stupidly good, protects your back row, makes it to where your token just beats over everything. If your opponent doesn't read the card and they just keep smacking into your tokens, they're just going to essentially clear their own board. And I still occasionally have that happen. People just don't like reading cards, and they don't understand this card for some weird-ass reason. I don't know. Like, people aren't good at the game. So, that's it for the main deck. Going on to the extra deck. So, I just want to say this real quick. Going into the extra deck, we do play 3 copies of Kragan. I can't find the third one. Here it is. So I do play 3 copies of Kragan, and obviously with that, the 3 copies of the Stealth Kragan spawn. So the thing is, you would think, I mean, honestly, with the way the game is, you are probably going to have to utilize your extra deck. It's just how it is now, I feel. So, the Phantasm Spiral, little engine package is not bad, but it can only go so far. Especially since, it's like after you search that third Spiral Battle, the only thing it really does is just gives you a token and always ensures you have a token on the field. That's really kind of it. So you need to look at your extra deck as what's your game plan after, you use up your Spiral power, basically. So Kragan is honestly like one of the best things in this deck, or, really just one of the best things for this deck in general. I think Stealth Kragan was really the biggest buff that this deck got in the extra deck. This with like the freaking token and Sea Stealth Attack is just so dumb. And, you'll just always have this advantage on the field, and you're always going to be able to just out your opponent's board. So, next up, I play 3 copies of Bahamut Shark, and then obviously with that, 3 copies of the Totally Awesome. So, since I am playing, Pot of Prosperity, I'm just maxing out on like 3 copies of 5 cards for the extra deck. And what's nice is the fact that in the main deck, we don't have any Sea Serpents, we don't have any Aquas. So, we can fully go through with this. The only thing that does suck, though, with Tikaboo is that it can clash with the Kragan, but, that's only if you have Tikaboo out. So, yeah, I took a lot of stuff into consideration when really putting this deck together. So, absolutely love this. And then, let's say you basically Bahamut Shark and get the Totally Awesome out. You could literally just go activate Skill Drain if you have one set, just to get that, game damage. That's 26, and this is 22. So, like, if you need to, like, that's a way you can just kind of go push for game right there. There's just a lot of things you really got to think of, a lot of small things to really think about when playing this deck. And it's just a lot of big brain things that a lot of people don't really think about. So, now for the last card in the deck, we do play the new card, Berhamut, the Sacred Sheep Shrub. So the whole thing with this is basically we use it to essentially recycle our Phantasm Spiral battle power mostly, and then the why can't I think of it? The D-Bear. So it's basically there mainly to recycle those. So yeah, and then we do get a nice little draw. You can put it in defense or attack. It's got some decent stats. So, and then also basically lets you just summon a monster from a level 4 monster from your hand, which isn't really going to come up often. It's mostly there just to kind of recycle your trap, your Phantasm traps if you really need to. That's just kind of what it is. I think it's a little nice addition to the deck. You could play, was it like spider woven dragon shark, I think is what it's called. That's another option if you don't want to play this. But I do think that this is honestly not bad, and I think it's a really solid option. So that's it for the extra deck, guys. I do hope y'all really enjoyed this deck profile. Like I said, I do feel like this deck is definitely a secret winner from, Cyberstorm Access. Something I do want to point out is the dragon, the one level 2 dragon of the apples, basically. Can't think of its name. But if you control a non-effect monster, you can special summon it. I did test out that a little bit. I do think it is going to get better once the new Dino stuff comes out, because we're going to get that level 12 Water Dino Synchro. And that's really when I'm going to want to be playing that, I feel. And we're definitely going to be seeing like a Water Dino variant of this deck coming out later. I'll be playing like this and Kabutals, so I'm very much looking forward to that variant, and I do think that that's when that new level 2 Dragon Tuner really gets good with the deck, is once we have that. But, you can play that. A couple options for the extra deck is basically like, Baron's a really good one, because you can just synchro with a token and make Baron. There's, trying to think, was it, Coral Dragon would be pretty good if you get like Fish Sonar off and you want to synchro. You got the 2 level 4, so you can go like Coral Dragon into Baron if you choose to. You do have like a couple synchro options. The Super Heavy Samurai level 12 monster actually is not bad at all. If you wanted to like basically, like, if you had some floodgates out and if you can make that, that's honestly not bad, because then during your opponent's turn, you can essentially just draw 3, which is pretty good, and, just kind of keep going the grind game. Like I'm saying, you do have some options. I did play around with them, and I wanted to just briefly bring that to you guys' attention. I did try stuff out. I tried that out. I kind of like this a little bit better. I feel like just that new card is going to be better once we get the new Dino stuff, and Trap Track was pretty cool. I just think the Time Staring Morganite is better. Being able to just tribute off your token to search for, dimensional barriers, pretty nice, but I just felt going that +2 every turn's better. This deck it's kind of slow, and right now it's just not the best time to play a trap deck, like I said. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, guys. Go ahead and harpoon that like button, harpoon that subscribe button. Really helps the channel out. Comment any comments y'all have, and I will see you all in the next video.